Hello, it is I are smart. And guess what? It's my birthday! Yeah, it's that time of year again. Well, I mean, technically tomorrow is my birthday. I'm recording this in advance. But, the day the video this goes up, the September 16th, it's my birthday! I'm 22 now. Yeah. So another year has gone by. I kind of like to do these birthday videos, obviously on my birthday. But once a year, it's like my checkup, Check up on how I'm doing. I can look back at the previous year and be like, oh, I was making this kind of content. I was doing this sort of thing. I was making this kind of jokes. That's the kind of person I was. So it's like it's kind of like a thing for me, but also for you as well. You can look back, see my channel over the years, and see how I've grown. That's the thing I like to look at. I like to see how I've grown as a person, and just kind of that sort of thing. So obviously it's also to celebrate me, because obviously I'm gonna be like, oh hey, happy birthday, Air Smart. And I'll be like, thank you. Please shower me with praise. Tell me how amazing I am. But really though, I think this is the biggest jump in terms of where I am now versus where I was a year ago. Cause last year in August was when the channel kind of started to blow up. I had the Palpatine finds out about the younglings. That video just boom, all of a sudden blew up in the last half of 2023. And then I also had Palpatine, Anakin, Revenge of the Sith if Anakin was smart. That's my most viewed video. That also did really well. And then I kind of decided, okay, I should pivot into this kind of content. Doing funny impressions of Star Wars characters, just doing silly little videos, short little 2 to 3 minute videos. They're pretty simple, basic, they're not easy to make, but they're I can do it. It's like a level of editing that I can actually handle. So that was good. It worked for me. It was something fun, and it's very fulfilling, and that's what I've been doing most of this year on this channel. Now I'm kind of again, as we're getting into the month, that kind of content I've noticed is kind of not working as great, So I'm thinking maybe I need to pivot again, maybe kind of change it up a bit. I have some other ideas for stuff that's still funny, doing funny voices, doing stuff, but not just the same structure every time of just oh, it's a Star Wars scene, but there's a twist on it, and it's just screenshots from the movie with text over it, So I don't know, but that's what we do. That's how I do things. I like to change and grow. And that's kind of the advice I want to give to any of you who watch my content and are aspiring, oh man, I wish I could be like IR Smart, he's so cool, because when I was a kid, right, when I was younger, I watched YouTubers, and I'd be like, man, I want to be a YouTuber one day. So what is my advice? I want to give some advice, That's not really the whole point of this video, I guess. The point is my birthday, but I do imagine there's a lot of you watching, and I want to give some advice, because I've been doing this YouTube thing for a while now. I've been doing it since I was 19, I think, maybe younger. Well, it's kind of hard, because we go way, way back. Okay, so technically in 2017 is when I started. That was when I made the decision, okay, first video ever uploaded to YouTube. It's not available anymore. It was a random video. I made a settlement in Fallout 4, and I put it on this channel, and that was the first video ever uploaded. It's unlisted now. You might still be able to find the link to it somewhere. I don't know. It's probably somewhere, in my community tab or somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It wasn't that great a video, but still, it was the first thing I ever did. It's kind of special in that sense, because, now I have my second channel, IR Dark, and I've been doing a lot more fall stuff on there, so I guess that's come back around. But the point is that I started. I did something, I made something, and I put it out on the internet. And that's my advice to you. If you're ever thinking, man, I think I want to be a YouTuber, I think that's something I want to do, just try it. Just start right now. Literally, when you're done watching this, I don't know what else you got going on in your life. You might have something else going on today, but just start. As soon as possible. You think, I think I can make a video on this. I think this is something I can do. Try it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And if you get something, you make a video, you're like, oh, okay, I got a video file now. I'll create a YouTube account, upload it to my YouTube channel, right? It's not going to get views. I'm just going to tell you now, it's extremely unlikely that it'll get views. It'll get a couple, you might get a comment, and then you try again. You do something else, do that again, do it again, do it again. Eventually, after uploading whatever, even if it's just random videos of you sitting in your room, talking to a camera, wearing a Stormtrooper helmet, eventually people are going to start noticing. Eventually you're going to get one video that gets a lot more views than everything else. That's going to happen. Then you have to realize, okay, was that a fluke? Was that just me jumping on some trend, got a bunch of views, those people will never come back? Or was that people who are like, okay, I like this guy, I think, or this person, or whoever you are. I like this person's content, I think I'm going to keep watching them. And then you have to figure, okay, do I keep going? Do I keep going with this thing that's working? Do I try and change it up? I think variety is important. I think you can very easily get stuck in terms of content. I think there's a lot of big YouTube channels that struggle with this. That's also a bit of a thing, because you can very easily on YouTube get stuck in like just doing one thing, and you try and branch out from that and people don't watch it, and you're like, well, go back to the main thing, and then you're not fulfilling yourself, you're not challenging yourself. So there's a lot to YouTube, there's a lot more I could talk about, but for any of you who are thinking, I want to do what IR Smart does, do it. Literally just start now. That's my advice for a lot of stuff in general, is just try it. So yeah, that's a piece of advice I wanted to give on my birthday this year, because that's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking, just try doing stuff. Just do it. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. You tried it. That's my advice. And that's really just how you get into YouTube. You look at a lot of big channels, you might think, oh, you know, they just got like really popular all of a sudden. A lot of big channels, you'd be surprised how many of them had smaller channels before they got famous and like just didn't really get much views. It was just random stuff. And you're like, oh, they've been doing this YouTube thing a lot longer than I thought they were. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you I'm some big, huge YouTube channel, but I'm getting to the point where it's like, I've learned a lot about YouTube just by doing it. I've learned how to make videos. I learned you should probably get a good camera. You shouldn't just use the integrated camera built into your laptop. You should get an actual microphone. You should, do all these things. And there's still a lot of things I probably should do. I probably should have better lighting. I probably should have a better microphone. I probably should pre-record my videos and not muffle my voice through a Stormtrooper helmet because it doesn't sound very good on YouTube audio. But that's just something I do anyway because I don't really care too much. But I've learned a lot about YouTube videos. I've learned how to make them better. And like 90% of what I learned is learning by doing. Maybe that's just how I work. Maybe you're not wired that way, but like there's no class that can teach you how to do YouTube. Because everyone does YouTube a little bit differently. Everyone does something a little bit differently. It's all about expressing yourself. That's what YouTube should be, at least, I think. So, yeah. There's my advice for you today. I'm 22 now. Gonna have to wrap my head around that. It's a little bit, like, once you get past 21, now it's just like, oh, geez, I'm just gonna get older every year, man. Because, like, you like, certain birthdays you look forward to. Like, when you're a kid, you're like, oh, wow, I'm 10 years old now. I got two numbers. Wow. Oh, double digits. Wow, so cool. And then you hit, like, you hit like 13, you're like, oh, I'm a teenager now, right? You hit 18, you're like, oh, I'm an adult now, so cool. And it's actually kind of scary, but at the time it seems cool. And then you're like, oh, I'm 21 now. I can drink now. Yeah, so cool. 22 birthdays is like, what else do I have looked forward to now? Like, okay, I guess I can look forward to 25. That's when you're able to legally rent a car in America, at least. I don't know what it's like in other countries. That's just the only other thing I have to look forward to. I'll be able to rent a car when I'm 25. 30 is just kind of big, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of notable. Like 40, I don't think there's anything really notable around there. 50 is like halfway there, halfway to 100. And then like 60, 70, when do you even like get retirement? I guess that kind of ends. Like Social Security, they keep making it farther along every year. They keep moving the goalpost. I don't know if I'll ever get Social Security. Sorry, we're getting really existential here, but that's kind of what I do when I think about birthdays. But hey, I'm getting older. I'm still cool, right, guys? I'm still hip with the kids, Skibbity Ohio Riz and all that, right? Right, my fellow kids. I'm not old. I'm not that old. Come on. I wasn't even in the 90s, all right? There's like a bunch of people online who like were alive in the 90s. I wasn't, okay? I'm still young. I'm still cool. Please. And then I also think about there's that video like average age for everything, and you guys ever see that? I think about that sometimes, and then I get really sad because I still haven't done a lot of the things that apparently I way past the average age for. Anyway, thank you all for watching this birthday video. Thank you all for just watching. Thank you in advance for the birthday wishes. See you all next year. Who knows where the channel will be? Honestly, like, with how much the channel grew, do you think it'll be even more next year? Will I be at like a million, bazillion, kajillion subscribers next year? I don't know. Who knows what's gonna happen? That's what's exciting about it. The future is exciting. There's a lot of bad stuff happening in the world, but I choose to be excited about the future because who knows what'll happen. Last year I was like making whatever kind of content. I was like, oh, I think this kind of content's gonna go really well, and then it did. And now I'm just kind of like, I got the second channel that's going really well. I think I'm gonna be working more on that going forward. I have a lot of ideas I want to do there. I still got stuff I want to do on this channel too, so just stay tuned. I got all sorts of content I'm gonna make, and live streaming. I've been doing that a lot more on this channel. I might make a Twitch. I'm thinking about it. It's something I should probably learn how to do. I know, like, I hear that policies on Twitch kind of suck, and there's a lot of stuff I would have to like learn Because, like, I'm pretty good with, like, YouTube policies with copyright and all that stuff, but, like, Twitch I'd have to learn more about. I'd have to look more into it. So I'm considering it, but for the future, just look forward to more live streams on this channel, regular videos on this channel, stuff on the second channel, all sorts of content from me, because you all love me so much, right? Anyway, I've yapped for long enough. It's time to end the video. Thanks. I'm 22 now. That's the whole gist of the video. Bye.